So hi guys, this will be the fourth class for speed math and this would be primarily be a continuation of the previous class. So previous class में हमने जो है base 100 को लेकर के calculate किया, right? When we used a base as 10 power 2 or 100, right? In this class we'll be considering when the base is equal to 1000 or there are random bases that we have to take, temporary bases that we have to work upon 200, 300, 400 and so on. So that is something that we'll be covering in this particular class, right? So, okay, now let's say base 10 to the power 3 we are working upon. Let's say the same questions we'll be doing, same variety of questions, 998 multiplied by 995. Let's say this is the question that we have to solve. This is minus 2, this is minus 5. 5 into 2 gives you a 10 and 998 minus 5 or 995 minus 2 gives you a 993, right? But what did we discuss in the previous class? Ki bhai, the number of digits, the number of zeros that are there, that should be equal to the number of digits over here, right? So that means we need to include a 0 over here to make it a 3-digit number. And my final answer is going to be 993010. Correct? Let's try one more question. So let's say 991 multiplied by 999. Correct? So this we have as a minus 9. This we have as a minus 1. What do we get? 9 over here. Correct? We get a 9 over here. Now 991 minus 1 gives you a 990. Now, because we need 3 zeros over here, 3 digits over here, so we'll be adding 2 zeros over here and we'll be getting 99009 as my correct answer for this question, right? So this is how it works. Let's try one more question on this same thing, same lines. 985 multiplied by, let's say, 975. Okay, so this is minus 15. This is minus 25, right? 25 into 15 will give you 375. Correct? 25 into 15 gives you a 375. 985 minus 25, 975 minus 16 give you a 960. So my answer is going to be 960375. That's going to be my correct answer for this. Right? तो इसको इस तरीके से आपको करना है. I hope the process is clear. अब तक इतने क्वेश्चंस कर लिए, इतने तरीके से कर लिए. I hope this must be clear. Right? इसमें above 1000 वाले को भी ट्राई कर लेते हैं. So we'll be getting 1005, right? Let's say, and 1008. Correct? So this is plus 5, this is plus 8, 8 5s are 40. Correct? 8 5s are 40, we get 1005 plus 5, 1010. We need to make it a 3-digit number, we add up a 0 over here, right? So this becomes equal to 1010 plus and 040, 040 in continuation. Correct? Let's solve one more. 1012 multiplied by 1008. So this is plus 12, this is plus 8. What do we get? 12 8s are 96. We need to make it a 3-digit number. We add a 0. 1012 plus 8, 1020. The final answer that we get is 1020096. This is your final answer. Right? Now you see the process has become such an easier one for us. अब इसको हम mentally भी कर सकते हैं. Right? Let's say 1018 multiplied by 1026. So this is plus 18. This is plus 26. Correct? 26 into 18. So 18 into 10 is 180. 18 into 2 is 36, so 360. And 18 into 5 is 90. So 360 plus 90, 450. And another 118, so 468. So this becomes 468. This becomes 1018 plus 26 gives you a 1044. So this becomes your final answer. Right? So such an easy process this has become. Right? Let's try it for a different term because I'm sure you must face, you will face some difficulty if you have to calculate, let's say 1012 and 995. Correct? Because now this is what? This is plus 12, this is minus 5. So over here we get 12 into 5, but this is plus 12 and minus 5. So this gives you a minus 60. Correct? 1012 minus 5 gives you a 1007. Correct? अब यहाँ पे you remember when we had base as 100. So यहाँ पे the carry forward that we were taking was going to be equal to 100. But now since we are considering it in base 1000, a 1 ka carry forward would mean the value is 1000. Right? So the answer that we'll be getting is 1007 from here and 1000 minus 60, that is 940 from here. This becomes your final answer. Right? Similarly, let's say if you have to do 1018 multiplied by 992. Correct? So this is what? This is equal to plus 18 and this is equal to minus 8. Right? So 18 into 8 gives you what? 18 into 8 gives you a minus 144 because there's a minus sign. And this becomes 1010. Correct? This becomes, this becomes equal to, this is minus 8, right? Plus 1010 this becomes. Correct? Now when you take a carry forward of 1 over here, this goes to be equal to 1000. Now from 1000, when you remove 144, the value that you are going to get is 856. And you have taken a carry forward of 1 from here. So 1010 will become 1009, and this becomes your final answer. Right? So this is the manner in which it is going to work. For cases when there is a plus and minus, and the carry forward that you take is going to be in terms of 1000, not 100 anymore. Correct? So let's solve one last question on this, and then we'll be moving towards if the base is 200, 300 and so on. Right? So let's take another question. Let's say it is 1007 multiplied by 986, let's say. Right? So this is what? This is plus 7, this is minus 14. 14 sevens are 14 sevens is 98. Right? Minus 98 is what you get. 1007 minus 14 gives you a 993. Correct? Now carry forward of 1 goes from here, so this becomes 1000. 1000 minus 98, 992. And over here you have a 993. This becomes your final answer, 9,93,992. So that is how this thing works. Right? So I hope in base 1000 also it's pretty much clear to everyone. अब बात करते हैं कि जो bases actually में नहीं है भाई, bases हमारे लिए क्या थे? 10 power n. But if let's say my values are close to 191 multiplied by 193, तो ये तो 10 power n से बहुत दूर है, बहुत लंबी कैलकुलेशन हो जाएगी, no point in doing. Right? So, but you see that this is closer to 200. So what we'll assume is that my temporary base, I will assume temporary base. I will assume my 200 as the temporary base. Right? So 200 say this is minus 9, this is minus 7. Right? 200 say this is minus 9 and minus 7. Now minus 9 and minus 7 would turn into a 63. So this becomes a 63 over here. 191 minus 7 gives you a 184. Correct? But you cannot do. Why? You cannot say the answer is 184.63. You cannot say that my answer is 184 and 63. That is something that you cannot say. Right? Kyun bhai? Because this value that we have arrived at has been on a temporary base. This is not on a normal base. Right? So what we will be doing is to convert this base 200, we need to divide it by 2. Only then it will get converted into base 100. And over here, to change this into base 100, this part gets doubled. Because to convert my 200 ka base into 100, I am dividing it by 2. Over here, मेरे को multiply करना पड़ेगा by 2. So 180, 180, 360, 4 and 4, 8. So 368 over here and 63 from here. Your answer becomes 368, 63. Correct? So this is the answer that we arrive at. Right? Let's try some more questions. Right? Let's say we have to do 197 multiplied by 192. Right? So this is what? Minus 3. This is what? Minus 8. 8 3s are 24. We get over here 197. 197 minus 8, we get a 189. Correct? But because this is in base 200, to convert into base 100, we need to multiply it with 2. So the value that we get is 378. From here, we get a 24. 378, 24 becomes my correct answer over here. Right? 378, 24 becomes my correct answer. Similarly, let's say मेरा base 3 या base 3 पे भी नहीं जाते, base 300 पे, base 200 पे, let's solve one or two more questions. Right? थोड़ा increment वाले part पे देखते हैं, above 200 वाले part पे. So let's say we have a 206 multiplied by 210. This is plus 6, this is plus 10. Right? 6 tens are 60 is what we get. This over here we get a 260. Now to convert it into base 100, we need to multiply it with 2. So this becomes 432 and 60. That's my correct answer. Right? एक और क्वेश्चन देखते हैं. 218 multiplied by 212, we get a plus 18 over here, we get a plus 12 over here. Right? 18 into 12 is 216. Correct? 218 plus 12 will give you a 230. अब बॉस यहां पे तो मेरे को 2 ही डिजिट चाहिए थे, मेरे पास तो 3 डिजिट है. Right? So what I will do is I will add this 2 over here. You won't add 2 directly over here. Right? Because this is in base 200. Right? This is base 200. इसको base 100 में convert करने के लिए multiply it with 2. So you get a 460. And that 2 will come and get added over here and will give you 462 and 16 from here. So 462, 16 will become your correct answer. Right? So I hope it is getting clear कि भाई, और ये क्योंकि ये वाला पार्ट तो बेसिक रूल से आता है. When there are, you need only 2 digits over here. Extra digit यहाँ पे आ रहा है, उसको इधर ले आकर के ऐड करना है, बट ऐड करने से पहले यू विल हैव टू चेंज इट टू बेस 100, दैट इज यू विल हैव टू मल्टीप्लाई इट विथ 100 with 2. Correct? Let's try one more one. So let's say we have a 221 multiplied by 221 multiplied by 209. Right? So this is plus 21, this is plus 9. 21 into 9 gives you a 21 into 9 gives you a 189, and 221 plus 9 gives you a 230. But 230 is in base 2, 200. Correct? So to convert it into base 100, you need to multiply it with 2. So again, you get a 460. 460 and 189, this one comes up here and gets added. This gives you a 461.89 as your correct answer. So 461.89 will become your correct answer in this case. Right? So this is how this thing works. Right? एक और क्वेश्चन करके देखते हैं. This time a negative वाला part. So let's say you have a 208 and it gets multiplied with 194. So this is plus 8, this is minus 6. Correct? This is plus 8, this is minus 6. You get a minus 48. You get a minus 48 and over here you get a 202. But this 202 किस में है? Base 200 में. तो इसको base 100 में convert करने के लिए you need to multiply it with 2. You get a 404. And over here you get a minus 48. अब minus 48 तो ले नहीं सकते, तो carry forward लेना पड़ेगा 1. तो 100 का carry forward goes over there. When 100 का carry forward goes over there, this becomes equal to 403 and 100 minus 48 becomes equal to 52. 40,352 becomes your correct answer in this case. Right? अब आ जाते हैं तुम्हारा, लेट्स से एक और क्वेश्चन करके देखते हैं. 210 multiplied by 190. बहुत बढ़िया वैल्यूज हैं. Plus 10 minus 10. This becomes a minus 100. Correct? Plus 10 minus 10 becomes a minus 100. This becomes equal to 200. Right? This becomes equal to 200. अभी यहाँ पे minus 100 है, you take a carry forward of 100 over here. This becomes equal to 199 and 100 minus 100 gives you a 0. So 199.00 becomes your correct answer. Right? So I hope it is clear कि अगर base is, the values are not very close to let's say a power of 10, तो आप उस केस में you can consider a temporary base, और temporary base को convert करने के लिए for example अभी 300 का केस देख लेते हैं तो आपको और क्लियर हो जाएगा. तो let's say मेरे पास नंबर्स है 292 multiplied by 295. अभी ये किसके क्लोज है? 300 के. तो विल कंसिडर दैट माय टेम्परेरी बेस इज नथिंग बट 300. आई विल कंसिडर 300 एज माय टेम्परेरी बेस. करेक्ट? तो अभी क्या होगा? दिस इज माइनस 8, दिस इज माइनस 5. सो ये क्या हो गया बॉस? ये हो गया आपका 40. 292 माइनस 5 287. करेक्ट? अब क्योंकि ये तो बेस 300 में वैल्यू है, तो टू कन्वर्ट दैट इनटू बेस 100 व्हाट यू नीड टू डू, यू नीड टू मल्टीप्लाई इट विद 3. ये आपका क्या हो जाएगा? 28 28 28 840 840 एंड 21 861. 861 एंड 40 भी नहीं आएगा. अभी देखो एक और प्रॉब्लम है, ये देखो. नहीं, अच्छा 40 आएगा ना, 2 डिजिट्स है, 2 zeros हैं, 2 ही डिजिट्स चाहिए. परफेक्ट. सो दिस 40 विल कम एज इट इज ओवर हियर. सो 861 40 विल बिकम योर करेक्ट आंसर. राइट? सिमिलरली एक बड़े नंबर पे भी देख लेते हैं. 305 मल्टीप्लाइड बाय 312. सो दिस इज प्लस 5, दिस इज प्लस 12. करेक्ट? 5 and 12 give you a 60. 305 plus 12 gives you a 317. बट दिस इज इन बेस 300. तो कन्वर्ट करना होगा बेस 100 में. तो बिकॉज इसको डिवाइड कर रहे हैं हम 3 से, तो यहां पे मल्टीप्लाई करेंगे 3 से. वी विल बी गेटिंग व्हाट? 951 and 60 comes as it is. 951 60 becomes my correct answer. So now I hope after these many questions, around 15-20 questions, I hope you are clear कि if your values are anywhere close to 200, 100, 300 or any multiples of 100, multiples of 10 or 100 or 1000 or anything and above, right? I hope you have understood कि आप इस क्वेश्चंस को किस तरीके से सॉल्व करोगे. इवन फॉर स्मॉलर वैल्यूज, एक और छोटी वैल्यू का भी क्वेश्चन देख लेते हैं. 63 मल्टीप्लाइड बाय 61. राइट? बेस को यहां पे 60 कंसिडर कर दिया. राइट? यहां पे बेस को 60 कंसिडर कर दिया. दिस इज प्लस 3, दिस इज प्लस 1. ये क्या हुआ? 313. करेक्ट? 63 प्लस 1 64. यहां पे सिंगल डिजिट होना चाहिए बिकॉज देयर इज अ सिंगल जीरो. तो यहां पे सारी चीजें सेट है. बट दिस 64 वी आर अराइविंग व्हेन बेस इज 60. तो बेस को मेरे को 10 में कन्वर्ट करना पड़ेगा. तो I need to divide it by 6. So I need to simply multiply this by 6. 6 6 are 36, 4 6 are 24. 360 plus 24, 384, and the 3 comes directly as it is. So 3843. So I hope any value, Now you will be able to calculate even if it's on a proper base, that is 10 ka power n ka base, or at a temporary base also you will be able to calculate. I hope I have made myself clear in this, right? So if you're done with this, go practice some questions from your end, and I'll see you guys in the next video when we cover speed math part 5.